described all of us as being free-spirited and OCD.
That is very, that kind of describes our group very well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, really, it is. Well, is there a train? That's a long train.
What was that about being free-spirited?
Yeah,
a train!
And distractible. Ooh, shiny!
You're shiny. Yeah, you guys are shiny.
Because they're shiny and loud.
Shiny and loud. I like shiny and loud.
I'm pretty guy.
These are bells, and I love you. Yeah, shiny and loud.
So you work with both younger kids and Tintab. Which group do you like working with better? Or
it depends.
What?
It depends. It depends. I mean, the obvious answer would be Tintab. I mean, that's the obvious answer. But there's something about working with beginning ringers that is just so, I mean, that whole, it's brand new, it's like when you take a 6-year-old to go see, not a 6-year-old, but like a 3-year-old to go see Santa Claus for the very first time, it's just, they're so excited and they're old enough to ask the questions, and when the very first time they ring them, and they ring them all together, and they're like, oh, and they look at the bell and they look at each other like, we made that really pretty sound, and they're just so, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, introducing them to just something really special. Or if you want to be religious about the whole thing, it's like when they first realize, God exists, not saying bell ringing is like godlike, but I mean.
But just saying.
Yeah, just saying, But so there's something really, 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 really satisfying in that. Oh, I love this part of the road. Yeah, I remember this one.
I can take the bumps really fast if you want.
Yeah. Working with Tintab is really, 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 I mean, it's amazing. I mean, it's a super, super, super humbling experience because all the people on the other side of the table ring far better than you do, and so you're like, I feel like I can't really, there's that whole battle of the, you're the director, you need to be in charge, and in order to be in charge, you need to be respected, and in order to be respected, you need to be knowledgeable. So, that's one of those things where it's like, this is uncomfortable. But the thing that I find that I do have to offer the group is that I feel like I know how I want the music to sound.
Right.
And I'm not, even though I may not communicate it verbally really well, I can sometimes get the point across and say, ooh, no, I want that to sound more, whatever. And fortunately, you guys know me well enough to know the vocabulary and kind of what I want. And I don't sing real well, but I can grab my flute, and I haven't had to do that for a while, but if I grab my flute and then I can play for you, no, I want this phrase to sound like this. Well, the elementary school program started in 1987.
Oh.
So, yeah.
When did you start using the name Tintabulations then?
That showed up in, okay, I have to think about this. Because the first quartet was called the B Sharps.
Really?
Seriously. That's what they were called, were the B Sharps. And that was in 95. And they were called the B Sharps. So 96 is when Ben and John joined Dan, Vicky, Kim, and Chrissy, because there were 6 of them. Oh, and Brian was in there, 7. Yeah, because we had enough people to play 2 octaves worth of music. So we had 7 people. So that was 96. So I'd say Tintabulations was in 96. I think we still went by B Sharps, and we had gone to 12th Night. I think that was the first year that we went to 12th Night.
The one in Vegas.
Yeah, the one in Vegas was in '96, and we thought it was really cool because the Harmony Ringers at that time were called Tintabulations, and somebody in the group thought that was kind of a nice name, but we didn't want to be called that exactly. And I thought I knew how to conjugate Latin, and I didn't. And because I tried to turn that into Tintabulations is a verb, and I wanted it to become a noun.
Okay.
So I thought if I took off the first part of the word, then that would turn it into a noun. So Tintabulations is, so instead of Tintabulations. So yeah, we were ignorant about that for a while. And it got shortened to Tintab almost immediately. Anyway, it was, well, the Tintabulations group is now going to, we have our own name. Yeah, we were pretty excited about that. Tintabulations. And then we had a very knowledgeable person ask us about that. And I said, it's instead of being the verb, it's the noun. It's wanted it more present. Well, actually, and then he told me whatever the correct word, and I went, oh.
Just kidding.
And, and this was in front of the group. I mean, he was polite. And I went, oh, okay. And so after he left, I said, okay, so our name is a mistake. I'm sorry, you guys should, what other name should we have? I've been thinking about, and, I threw out a couple of other names that I've been thinking. I'm like, no, that's our name. We're Tintab. I said, do you want to keep it? Well, yeah, we're kind of quirky, and we'll just keep it. It'll just be one of those names where people will ask us where we got it from. I said, oh, great, because your conductor is an idiot. Okay, sure.
Where do you want to see Tintab in 5 years?
You know what? This is going to sound horrible, but every year I just take whatever comes, because I don't know. I think it'd be really fun to be the sort of group that people would, in the Bell world, would know, well, a couple of different things. People in the Bell world would go, oh yeah, Tintabulations, that's that group, whatever they would, let's have them come and play. I mean, that would be really cool to be invited to go play for events, because it's like, oh yeah, we want that Bell group to come and play. I think that would be awesome to have something like that. And, and I don't necessarily mean just within the United States. I mean within the Bell world, like, so in Australia, they're like, oh yeah, Tintabulations, they're that kind of Bell group, and that's what we want for this particular, concert that we're having, or workshop, or whatever's going on. So I never know who's going to show up, and I know, and we don't audition, and it's not conventional in any way.
Have you ever considered auditioning, or was that?
Well, I mean, when we did the audition, yeah, that worked out real well now, didn't it? So, yeah, usually it's more my gut feeling about how the person will fit in the group, and are they going to be committed. And honestly, I think that's probably, if the person is willing to work hard, that's probably, and will be committed and will work as a team, that's probably one of my biggest things. I want us to be musicians, because we are. And, I'd like that to happen. Maybe on a smaller scale, like in Reno, that we could be like, oh yes, handbells. We know what handbells are. The community, go, oh, I think handbells would be appropriate with this piece. So, when Laura Jackson's like...
For more than just Carol the Bells.
Exactly. It's like, oh, what tone color do I want here? Oh, handbells. We need handbells. And more than just, like sound effects. I mean, actually have, oh, wouldn't that be beautiful to have, this orchestrated, with handbells, handbells and woodwind quintet, or, whatever. I mean, and of course, part part of the problem of that, which is a plus, is that it's not just one person. You know, I mean, well, you can have solo bells, and that's fine too. But you know, if the whole world played bells, would there be wars? I mean, come on. You know, you have to learn how to cooperate.
Can we put that on a t-shirt?
Yeah, let's do that.
Tintab.
Yeah, for world peace. Or yeah, how would you do that?
We could rewrite the Coca-Cola song, or that
I'd like to teach the world
to ring. Yeah.